Are you available at about 6:35?
Yeah, when you're.
Yeah. Okay, good.
6:01, let's call the meeting to order, please. Please stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance
To
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Gabrus,
Here.
Tyler,
Yep.
Summer, wait.
Here.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the agenda of May 10, 2023.
I'll second it.
All in favor of approval of the agenda of May 10, 2023, please say aye.
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 All right, approval. Public comment. Old business?
Wait.
Oh, I'm sorry, Marco.
I have just one question.
Certainly.
It's regarding the ordinance
Give me a page number, would you?
2.
Oh, I thought you meant on the master plan.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, 2 of 7.
Is it the master plan or is it something else?
It's gotta be something else, because we don't have ordinances in the master plan.
Well, that's what I thought.
Oh, yeah, that is the questionnaire, the survey.
I thought
That's
this is
public
what, I
comment.
thought this is what you were going to approve.
No, we're approving this guy every year. Get you another copy. That was, what you're looking at is public comment. Okay, that's mine. Here, never fresh off the presses.
So thank you.
There's no, nothing bad here.
Well, the question remains, to continue, with let me read it, so it's easier understood reading it. To continue to retain an ordinance officer under control or under contract to conduct blatant enforcement.
All right, and what is your question? Just because I think we'll go off into the deep weeds, but let's hear it right quick.
The question is that what you're doing with
For
the
the-
master plan?
Well, that's not part of the master plan, but that will be discussed at tonight's meeting, the regular village meeting, because that is one of the agenda items. A part-time officer shared with the school and with Torchlight Township.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
That's at 7.
This is just a matinee.
And then Mr. Drake.
What was that? Oh, Kim.
Can a master plan under, I can't remember what page it was under, but they stated that Great Lakes Energy was the power company and Consumers was the gas provider. And it should be Consumers. I just didn't know if you guys caught that or not.
They have a flip flops.
Well, yeah, Consumers should be our power and DTE should be the natural gas provider. I can't remember exactly what page.
Will that have an impact on the master plan? I don't think so.
Okay.
My concern, if we switch it now, we've got to wait another 30 days for another public comment. And that is, we've been pushing this down the road. I mean, she's been at it, Barb, God bless her heart, was at the April meeting, which was canceled and everything else.
No, I
Yeah.
wanted to point that out.
It's a good comment, though, Kip.
Okay.
Yeah. Anybody else have any questions regarding the master
Just a
plan?
comment, I mean, I guess, I have this is a 5 or 6 page summary via Excel. I don't know if you guys have seen that. This is kind of it's regarding if this, does that right coincides? It seems like it does. Talks about village government, then community development, revitalization, housing, natural resources and environments, recreation.
Yeah, that's this big deal here,
Okay,
yeah.
so it's,
And what they did is they compiled all this data into this.
right,
And
okay.
that's, so there could be some things that through,
I'm sure it gets glossed over in this.
yeah, and then it didn't make the final edit here.
Okay,
Every year we do update the master plan. If there's something we wanted to add at the beginning of next year, we could open up the master plan again and do public comment again. So,
yeah, I mean, the other comments I have is there is some actions being done on some of these, I mean, we've got responsibilities assigned with this, there's, as the master plan sits, we don't have orders or timeframes or anything that would, in my opinion, constitute a plan that's action oriented. I mean, it's well written, but it's have
well,
seven pages in the back, okay, so.
without our leaders here, I can't really speak very intelligently to it.
So guys, this is what I was talking about in the back.
Oh, that was the meeting that only you and Patty went to.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Okay.
Looking at page number on that deal.
It's in the very back, it just says page 207, very back.
Where we had to prioritize.
Oh, yeah.
307?
Also,
The very last-
95.
Oh,
Yeah, the very,
Yeah,
so,
that's it,
yeah,
that's it.
and Patty jump in here anytime. So what she and I had to do was, we had a choice. If you look at the very top of the column there, village government priority A, B, or C, time frame, you either had continuing, immediate, or short. Those are your only things you could choose.
Mhm.
So we were, is it important, or is it very important, or is it continuing or immediate? At the time, I believe, did Stephanie say we could modify this at a later date?
Correct.
Okay, that's how we came to this. So
Okay.
if you go through and see what you want to change at beginning of next year, we can go back and change it.
We had limited options to how we could answer.
So it
Like,
was you and Rob, that was it?
that was
Yeah,
it.
that
So
was-
there was no public. It was,
Well, no, it was a called meeting, but it was only you
right,
and I
but
could
there
make
was
it.
nobody there.
Yeah.
It was the two of us. There were limited answers that we could choose from. And where we placed it on the scale, A, B, or C, it was kind of frustrating to work with it like that.
But that's the same thing I was referring to.
Okay,
If you look at it, it says action plan, page 207. And the first item was continue to retain an ordinance officer under contract to conduct light or enforcement. And it's marked continuing.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Rob.
Okay.
What we're doing here is, if we approve this plan, it actually has to go to the village council. And in order to actually go into effect, the council has to approve it, correct?
Correct,
But all we're doing is recommending the council to approve
to approve.
this plan. So it's not, if we approve the plan, that doesn't mean the council is gonna say, okay, everything's good. And they might kick it back for that reason or whatever.
I just wondered if you were going to approve.
I think after having 10 meetings, 2 public hearings, presenting it to the village council for 2 meetings, and them having a public hearing on it, and then backing it up to when we started the surveys, we've been working at this once a month for over a year. And I think what we're doing tonight is approving what we've done. We started from scratch, we had nothing. So we're approving this.
Plan, if it's written the same as the plan before, the 5-year plan before.
But I think we wanna get through this tonight,
Mhm.
and then it falls in the lap of the council, and it's for them to pick and choose what they don't like.
So this isn't the final word of the council.
Absolutely not.
It better be the final word because this is getting ridiculous. I mean, we could sit here and modify and modify.
It's been another 5 years.
Yeah.
This is my concern.
We've had plenty of time to work on it, and it needs to go through tonight. So if the council, it's up to them. But I think we've done our due diligence in how we've presented it. We've worked with, what was it, Northwest?
Networks.
Yeah.
Northwest
Yeah,
Networks.
they were here every meeting, they were paid, they didn't volunteer their time. And to go back in and crack the books open and call them back in would be a huge cost.
And
Had understood that this was the approval of that plan, but it isn't, it's just.
Well, it's our approval, which doesn't mean a lot.
Right, until it's approved by the council.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, to reiterate what Patty's saying, and to your credit, you've been to a lot of meetings, but we've advertised this, we've almost begged for public comment, input. I mean, I think we've done our best to get the word out there, hey, if you wanna input, please come. And now it's like, we're at the finish line. So,
Yeah, I thought our last meeting was the finish line, but
Well-
this has been more than 3
Yeah.
years, but like
And
3 years.
keeping in mind, because it was the 317 meeting in which I've got everybody's attendance records here. It was just Patty and I. We lost out on this year's grant cycle. And that's my concern. We're gonna keep, I wanna change this. Well, that's great. Kick the can down the road and we lost another year. We're not gonna be able to do the Lake Street property now because we missed out on the trust fund grant. And it's not a perfect document by any means, but we can open it up, but we've got to get something to get to the state so we can start applying for trust fund grants, passport grants, and waterway grants. And that's my biggest concern, is that we've got to show them something. And we can open this back up at the beginning of next year and tweak it. But for now, for 2023, we've got to show them, and we'll extend them an electronic file. It'll go somewhere no one will ever see it, but yet we're eligible for all these state grants. So that's
Yeah,
just,
just as an example, I mean, the fact that we list the Central Bel Air Trail on here makes us eligible for DOT funds.
Yeah.
For allowing us to try to put that trail in. So,
Are we on new business?
Mhm.
I make a motion that we approve the master plan as
Aye.
presented.
second the motion.
All in favor of approving the master plan, say aye.
Aye.
All in favor, thank you. All right, public comment? All right, approve the master plan. We're gonna put it on tonight's meeting agenda. Giddy up and let's go. Now we can sign in all our paperwork to the state. Thank you all.
Yay.
And I thank you all for your hard work. I appreciate this. We can open it back up at any time.
So it's